Wow, there goes White Castle in New York City back in 1991 with my handheld cam. Today this is a throwback about when I first really started vlogging and YouTube didn't exist, the internet didn't exist. Back in 1991 around May and June, and then some after that in 92 and I think maybe even 93 from the ones I was able to recover. Tongue-tied. She's taking a beautiful nap. I remember I used to love White Castle so much and those White Castle burgers. Now right here we're at the high school auditorium. This is before graduation. 1991. I mean, I'm doing it with my smartphone and off the computer screen. And there goes my reflection. Name of my high school was Newtown. There go two of my best friends back in high school. Kenny, he passed away in 2021 right there. Right there, the biggest face. And then Brian over there. He's still alive. Uh-oh, he said a bad word. So do bear in mind that back in those days it was a handheld Sony cam, and you know the audio wasn't the best, and you know no video stabilization. And there's Aditi or Didi, and she was a very beautiful, probably still is, Indian girl, born and raised in New York. And one of the hallways there at Newtown High School, Ignacio, he used to dress like a businessman in high school. And that girl was cool. She was Greek. And that girl in the yellow, she was a junior. We were seniors. She was cool. She had a crush on me, and I liked her, but I was too much of a shy guy.
Hello. What are you doing?
So it's good to reminisce. I'm going to show some more for those of you interested in those old school throwbacks, you know, throwbacks from the days. And that's 1991. And there's going to be a little bit of 92 in there. And all that, you can see how much I have changed or haven't changed face-wise. Hair-wise, of course, the hair color is, you know, a lot grayer these days. Lighter gray, 50 shades of gray. And there goes some of my friends hanging out, and Brian is in there, and then the other guys, I forgot their names, Jeff Booze and the other dudes.
Ugly kids.
There goes Kenny and everything, and then we got Clark. Goes the Newtown Tower from the high school.
It's like a little alien.
And goes Richie, back in the day. And I was a clown. I was the way I... Okay, here's how stupid I was.
Well, maybe it does get me, maybe it doesn't. I'm going around the world to see pretty girls. And I'm going on sunshine.
I was 19 years old. How stupid can you get at that age?
Yeah, now I am.
I was very narcissistic in those days.
Muscles.
Or, well, I mean, not narcissistic, just like a show-off.
Whoa. Alright, let me get the other one.
And a hamster.
Okay, come on.
I was a clown. Water balloons. Water bombs.
Who's the driver? Ah! What? You lost? Can't catch his face anyway.
Like I said, very shaky in those days. Now we're at McDonald's. I'm trying to be a vegetarian for the first time at 19. That's Brian. So it's my friend Euless. Euless was another Indian or Pakistani. And me trying to be a vegetarian. First time at 19.
This is a moron eating. This is what it looks like when you see a moron eating. This is what I think I did in my sister. You know how long is this? It's a big green. I said I had greens in my system. Damn, I think there's something came out of his mouth.
And this right here is 82nd Street, Jackson Heights, the Colombian area. Back in 1991, that's the 7 train line above. Okay, you know, I was a teenager. what can I do that time? You know how the hormones are running. Sorry, I don't do that anymore. I haven't done it in a long time.
Looking at 2 cars.
We're
right
here in
there,
South
boy.
Carolina looking at some classic cars at that time, a Camaro and a Corvette.
Look at this. Nice
Looking at a
car.
Chevelle at that time,
Probably
and that says,
$30
nice.
Oh, damn, right there.
Look at the front side, and my dad's talking to me in Spanish.
Uh-huh.
And there goes the old man right there. He's in the background over there. My dad. That was a mistake. That was not a Chevelle. That was a Nova. A Nova. The Chevelle was another one. And there we are at the Cobb County Civic Center. Back in the summer of 91. Temperature was 91 degrees. My dad right there. And then there's me. And my dad's filming me. Oops. I'm hitting the wrong one again. And here's a little. That was the Cobb County Civic Center. Cobb County Civic Center. And the Kentucky Fried Chicken, Big Chicken, back in Marietta, Georgia. I don't know if it still exists there, Jen. Hey, Easy Street with Jen. Is the Big Chicken still there in Marietta, Georgia? Since I know you're still living out there, you and Chris. Howdy, y'all. Well, that's back in 1991.
Marietta. Oh, get the hell off. Sticking down yonder again.
I'm just listening to myself. I had said a lot of bad words, a lot of cuss words back in those days. Used a lot of profanity on the camera and talking like, you know, man, a person lacking wisdom or calmness. I think I was really revved up and whatever, and happy to be in Georgia instead of New York City. But these days I look back at that, I'm not like, oh my God, I can't believe I used to do that. No, it was like, it's part of the journey. It's part of the journey, and it's good to have memories like this because I don't remember being like that. My attitude, my personality at that time, I don't remember that. And this is the good thing about having those memories on video for those of us who had the opportunity to have a camcorder back in the late 80s or early 90s and through the 90s and whatever, and we're 50-something now or 60-something. So we look in retrospect and say, wow, we've come a long way, or wow, I haven't advanced much. That depends on each person. That was my Chevy Malibu, 1980 model. Like I said, no video stabilization back in those days.
She'll be coming around the mountains when she comes. When she comes, she'll be coming around the mountains. She'll be coming around the mountains. She'll be coming.
In the 1969's World Fair area for Colombian Independence Day, and everybody's celebrating there. And there goes Mom and Dad when they were still together. And New York City in the background. From the New Jersey side, the GW Bridge, GWB. And the Twin Towers when they still were up. So my mom was a white girl and a half. And this is a park we used to go by the river there in Dunwoody, Georgia. And feed the ducks. And there's my dad sitting right there, and there go the ducks. Sorry about the bad camera handling. I was just not a good handler of a camera. I mean, they didn't have video stabilization. That was me. And there goes Dad. And that's the Chattanooga River. They're in Georgia. And people rowing. My aunt's business in Dabeba, Antioquia, here in Colombia, back in 1991, when we visited. I visited here on vacation. And there's me trying to learn how to dance, dancing with a cousin of mine, once removed. And I turned off the music so it doesn't give me the copyright claim. I didn't know how to dance, but that's 1991 in December. And cousin Astrid. That's cousin Astrid there. So yeah, they were good times. I'll end the video with that image in a few moments. With that thing, let me pause. So it was good reminiscing. I'm glad I was able to share a little bit of this with you. Hey, Brownie baby. Beam, relax, buddy, relax, Beam. So for those of you who liked that, you liked it. Probably this is going to be one of those videos that's going to be a bottom dweller, a bottom cellar dweller, whatever. So until next time, I just wanted to share some of my vlogging experiences when I first began vlogging and you can see me back in those days, not in the photo, but actually on video. So imagine that. I've been vlogging really since 1990. But that camcorder I lost, I lent it to one of my mom's friends, somebody she hadn't met. It was a friend of hers, a young girl. And I had just bought it, a Minolta camcorder, handheld, and I made some videos on it. But then I lent it to that girl because I was a trusting person in those days, and even when I came to Colombia I was still trusting in terms of people's word and whatever. But the years teach you that you can't really trust a lot of people, only those people that earn that trust. So those videos from the 1990 era were lost when that cam was stolen because it wasn't returned. And I saw that girl, I remember riding on my bike up the street there in on Broadway in Queens towards the Elmhurst Hospital. And I noticed her, and I said, wait a minute, this lady looks familiar. This is like 4 months later, after she didn't return the camera, disappeared. They didn't have her contact number. And she knew where we lived because she had gone to the house a couple of times. And then when I realized, after riding the block away, like about 30 seconds on my bike, I realized who it was, and I went back, and she had disappeared. Pull a Houdini. So there you go. And other videos I had made later on in 93, 94, those are, I don't know where they are. And I made some, but yeah, anyhow, bye.